Well, I had to mess it up at least once so you would all know it was me. All right. All right. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Deleted Scenes, human being American YouTube Ronin, about to drown in a thunderstorm. Uh, Welcome to the Mystery Movie Night podcast. I would first like to say hello to everyone currently joining us on Rumble. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. We have some folks who have joined us here in the chat, so let's say hello real quick. Number one, to the latest member of my channel, our pal Corey, Wilkie's Movies and Music. Unfortunately, he can't join us for tonight's broadcast because he had a prior commitment. But Corey, once again, thank you very much for the membership. All right, moving on. Deleted Scenes wrenches. Watch out for this Deleted Scenes guy. I don't trust him. He seems hinky. He could pull something. I don't know. All right, moving on. Sergeant Giratina, friend of the channel, Enigma Severus. Joining us from across the pond, Shadow of the Raven. Oh, hello, Rachel. Rachel Moliere. Hope I got that right. If I didn't, forgive me, Elder Millennial. Good to see you. All right. All right. Well, my co-host for this evening is waiting patiently backstage. This movie is right up her alley because she is an extremely violent and volatile woman. Very hateful, very, very much thinks about herself before others. And I do fear for my life whenever I am on a panel with her. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her, you cannot live without her, the most violent woman on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Sense Corner.
Okay, I'm armed with stapler remover this time. How about that?
No.
And I stabbed myself with them right before.
Damn it, man.
Oh my gosh.
I told you, she is violent, and when there's no one around, you know, she will self-harm. It's weird. You do not want sharp things around this woman. You just don't.
I declare, my reputation is getting so big now.
All right. So, first and foremost, how are you?
I'm doing good. I have watched a lot of movies. I saw Highest to Lowest today, and I'm still processing that one, and then I'm still processing last night's.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and watching some horror movies. Got to watch The Institute. There's a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, I hear that one is a bit of a chore.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it as much as some of the other people on our panel do, but it's not. You know, it's kind of mid.
Could be a Jaws film called Stapler.
Yeah, those things are sharp too. I did poke my finger.
It will star Stephen Root as Milton. You know, they took my stapler. I'm going to burn the building down.
Oi.
All right, Office Space. Oh man, I gotta watch that. It's been a while. All right. She could do the teeth across the bottom of the screen. Yeah. Dun it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, the mystery movie was pretty much the one we were figuring on.
Yeah.
And a couple of reviews out already kind of jumped out ahead of us. But
oh, you mean from fellow YouTubers? Because
yes.
I saw it had already been reviewed by some critics. I already knew what the sort of reception was for it going in.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because this is a film that already it came out. It was originally shown during Fantastic Fest.
Okay.
Last year.
Okay.
Or for one of those. Somebody told me Fantastic Fest. I might be wrong. But this was a film that was originally intended to be released last year.
Okay.
And then it got pushed back for whatever reason. So some reviews have been out there for a while, especially
Okay.
Letterboxd and whatnot. It is a movie that is based on a true story, one that I was not personally aware of.
Same.
All I knew about this movie going in was a 71-second teaser that really doesn't give the film away, really.
I didn't watch a teaser at all, but I did know, one, it was directed by Ron Howard and that it was based on true events. I had toyed with the idea of going to see it, this obviously before the mystery movie. But then I was like, well, it's based on these true events and nobody really knows what happens. I was like, well, I don't know that I'm interested then. So I decided not to get a ticket for it, but saw it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's how long it was. And I saw it before I went to go see the film. So it's what was there. And to that teaser's credit, it doesn't give anything away other than you know who the lead cast is, and the supporting cast has some familiar faces I wasn't expecting to see either. But yeah, so I knew pretty much who was in it. I knew a general storyline. These people were on this island and things were going to go wrong. That's really all I knew. I didn't know it was a true story or anything like that. Hello to Logical Spark.
Oh, you didn't know it was true before you saw it?
No.
Oh,
because
so
the teaser doesn't say that. And hello to a Double Feature podcast.
I'm glad I knew that going in, because some of the issues I had with it really shouldn't maybe be issues, because it was based largely on true events. So yeah.
All right. So the last night's mystery movie was Eden.
Second Sydney Sweeney movie I've seen in less than a week. I saw Americana on Saturday.
Yes. And your review is now up on your channel?
Yeah.
For Americana?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, this was Eden, directed by Ron Howard. Sydney Sweeney is in the film, and a lot more of the film than I was expecting. Also, Jude Law, Vanessa Kirby, Daniel
Ana de Armas.
Ana de Armas. The kid from All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, okay.
He is in here as well.
Okay, I didn't see that.
The lead actor from that. Kemmerer, Franz Kemmerer, I think is his name. Toby Wallace, who we've seen previously in The Bike Riders. He's also here.
Wait, who was he in The Bike Riders? Wait.
Yeah.
Who was Toby?
Yeah.
Wait. Remind me who he was.
Here or The Bike Riders?
In here first, remind me.
Robert Phillipson.
Oh. Gosh, then who did he play in The Bike Riders?
He was the punk kid that kept trying to get into the gang.
Oh, that little shit. Okay.
Yes, the little shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is why I pretty much hated him immediately.
You immediately hated
him. Which I think you're supposed to. Anyway, Nico says, I know nothing except deleted 71-second reference to the teaser. Welcome to Agent 57,000 DM. Film premiered, at TIFF, September 2024, released in Germany, April of 2025.
This was an A24 film too, right? No, I'm sorry. I'm confusing that with Highest to Lowest, which I saw today, which is an A24 film. Okay, sorry.
We also have in kind of an extended cameo, Richard Roxburgh, the Australian actor, was kind of the sidekick villain in Mission Impossible 2. He was Dracula in Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
And
I thought his face looked familiar.
I didn't recognize him at first until they went to the credits and went, "Oh, okay, that was him." Okay. because again, it's a situation where he's made up to look like a real life individual.
Mm.
All right, so the basic story is you have a German doctor played by Jude Law,
Mm-hmm.
who moves to the island of Florina. That's in the Galapagos Islands, where he intends to kind of be away from the world, which he's convinced is going to destroy itself. Along the way, two other groups of a German family, who is Daniel Bruhl and Sydney Sweeney.
Mm-hmm.
And
I might add, Sydney Sweeney, I thought did really, really good in here. And I thought her accent was really good. Everybody I thought did a very good job, but I was super impressed with her performance in here, because I think this is more recent than Americana. Not that she was bad in Americana, but that was filmed 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is probably more recent. So it feels like her acting chops are a little bit more polished.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Carry on.
All right, so and then you have the entrance into this already somewhat volatile situation of this French baroness played by Ana de Armas as Baroness Eloise, which I cannot remember.
That chick, I swear.
Because when
just Baroness, it was just a title she came up with too.
When she first announces herself, I said out loud in the theater, "I'm going to have to ask you to write that down." I am not going to remember that.
But she would do the thing with the hand, like, you know.
Yes,
she was such a little turd. I couldn't stand her.
Yeah, and again, I don't think
you're not supposed to. No, you're not.
To.
She did a good job at being an absolutely shitty person. I really intensely did not like her in this movie. Intensely.
Yeah. Sarge says Sir Sydney did good. I would like to see her and Anna work together again in more movies in the future.
Anna's a great actress. I've followed Anna. I've known of Anna since before she could speak English, when she played in a Spanish TV show called El Internado back in the late 00s.
Mm-hmm. And we got that here on Netflix, I believe, if I remember.
It had been. It's gone now. If it's back, please let me know, because my son would really like to finish it, and Netflix is the only one that has adequate subtitles. The version I have, the copy I bought off eBay does not have English subtitles. So.
I see. And it's a great actress because her character in Knives Out was so convincing on being insecure.
She's very good.
Ballerina, she was so violent. She's really good. Yeah. And she's good here too, but in a different way. Because she's playing a character who seems at first kind of over the top and cartoony.
Yeah, kind of laughable. You just kind of laugh at her.
The first thing she does is in the movie, when she has arrived on the island and kind of proclaimed it hers.
Well, they carry her on the island on a chair.
Yeah, they carry her in like Cleopatra or something.
The water.
And
no, they were carrying her on their shoulders, but then later they carried her on a chair. Like, oh my gosh, this woman.
And immediately gets to banging on the beach with Western Front and deterred from bike riders.
Yeah, just right in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And she really did. Okay, we'll go on. I watched a little mini documentary about the tour events, you guys. It's fascinating. I'll insert information about that later.
So yeah, and then after that, it's kind of it is kind of this fight for control of the island, because everybody is just. I don't want to say everybody, because you have, Mr. No Man is an Island over here, Jude Law, and Vanessa Kirby, who has MS. So she's she's very ill throughout the entirety of the film. I know that there have been some critics who are kind of ripping on the fact that she really doesn't do much in the movie. That's kind of the point, is her character, as time goes by, she is starting to physically deteriorate. So there's not a whole lot that she can do.
Yeah, her MS gets worse.
So I think if you make that statement, then you didn't really pay attention to the film in a way. But does she get short shrifted a bit? I thought everybody kind of had their equal time, including the supporting characters. I don't think anybody really, had any less screen time over anybody else. I don't really see that as an issue. But anyway, I'm kind of jumping ahead. It becomes this sort of fight for control over the island between these three groups of people. Like I said, you have, Jude Law going off on this whole no man is an island Nietzsche kind of wannabe act that he's doing. He claims he's writing a book, but I kind of liken him to Jack Torrance in The Shining.
I was thinking the same thing.
And there's
I was.
Look, I just want to be alone. I want to write my book, which Vanessa Kirby's character compares to basically being the next Bible, and that's what it's going to be in effect. And there's even at one point this sequence where that's on him for quite a while, for like a minute and a half, where he's just typing.
He's typing, and he's like, he has this
hands over, and it's just X's.
Yeah, because he just has writer's block. He can't come up with what he's trying to say, and he just like bang, 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 bang on the typewriter, and then he shoots it.
How's it going, darling? It's going fine, dear. In that Germanic voice he's got going, and. So anyway, he has been sending dispatches off on this supply boat that comes by every once in a while, and as the film progresses, there's longer and longer periods of time that this supply boat shows up, and that comes into play by the end of things. And so he's sending off these dispatches. And Daniel Bruhl's character has been reading them, and this inspires him. So he packs up his son, who is also suffering from some illness.
TB.
Okay.
And they were supposed to put him in a sanatorium, but he didn't have, or was it sanitarium or sanatorium? Where they used to send people with TB, and they didn't have the money to do that, so they felt like coming here would be a chance for a fresh start and good for him for his health and his lungs.
So he packs up his son and his new wife, who is Sydney Sweeney, who is Margaret.
I think so.
Margaret Whitmer, yeah. Franz and Margaret Whitmer, and. So he packs up his son and his new wife and takes off to this island, kind of expecting what the title says, the Garden of Eden, because that's the way that it's been kind of advertised, by
the media.
Law, and by the
media.
Well,
also the media. I feel like the media kind of hyped it up
too.
Yeah.
And so they come to the island, they find Jude Law and Vanessa Kirby out in the jungle, and this kind of jungle-ish area. And he's less than thrilled.
Oh yeah, he's not happy.
He's not happy. But after a while, once first he sets them up to fail.
Yes, he does.
but they don't. And they
Yes.
kind of, and they thrive, which is a great scene when he walks back up on the mountain to all this,
Uh-huh.
hoping to find them half dead up there, basically, and to find
Yeah.
out that no, they're kind of actually sort of doing better than he is.
Yeah, they were, because the pig had come in and eaten a lot of
Yeah,
his stuff or something like that, and he was really, really angry that they were doing okay.
yeah. So, so he's like, all right, fine, you know. Uh, so this kind of so there's kind of this very tenuous piece between them. Okay, you seem to be thriving. Whatever, you stay. It's fine. Who cares? Stay out of my hair. I'll be fine. You know. And then Ana de Armas and her entourage show up. And she claims that she's going to build this tourist hotel on the beach.
Mhm.
And that she has this paper by the governor, and basically giving her run of
Most
the
of
island.
a good portion of it. I
And
can't remember the number she threw out, but yeah, was almost all of it.
yeah, and so you know, this pushes Jude Law even farther off the deep end. And then this kind of game of, for the lack of a better term, brinksmanship starts. Everybody's starting to, they're stealing each other's stuff, and setting their animals loose, and all of this plotting against one another. And and then you have the within the group kind of situation going on, especially with Ana de Armas, because she's playing the two men in her group against each other as well. So
Oh, yeah, she
everybody
was oof.
everybody is plotting and being devious. And then you have the other side of the coin, which is Sydney Sweeney, who's just trying to get
Live
along with everybody.
Yes. Yes,
And
exactly.
hey, okay, look, we're all here now. We can coexist. We ourselves have proven you can survive on this island. And then basically they're trying to one up each other, and all hell breaks loose eventually.
Someone
And
mentioned compared it
yeah,
to, like, Lord of the Flies for adults.
yeah, I would
Yeah, kinda.
I would say that. Yeah. And hello to Big Al Presents,
Hey, Big Al.
the host of Films with Friends, and the creator of 10 Word Review. Yeah, I don't want to ignore the chat. Let me did he type all work and no play? No. but he may as well have been. So Lord of the Flies adult version. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Can't believe this was a true story. Me either.
It's wild. Okay, so you guys,
Okay.
I found a documentary
Mhm.
about the events of this. The first one I found is 2 hours long, which I started watching, but obviously I didn't have time today. I was too busy. But then shortly before the stream, I found about a 14-minute version, which condensed a lot of it down. I watched enough to know that there were obviously some things embellished for this movie.
Oh, sure.
Much of what happened in the story really happened much of what happened in the movie really happened in real life, except as far as the disappearance of certain characters, they truly do not know what transpired.
Hmm.
So this is just like they true I mean, they highly suspect, but it's an unsolved case. So one of the things that did not happen as it was portrayed in the movie, the birth scene
Mhm.
was not like that. Um, Ritter did assist in real life.
Okay.
So that was obviously thrown in there for some high drama. And then there was another thing. What was it? Oh, shoot. There was something else I was going to mention that it was right on the tip of my brain, and then I went and forgot about it. Maybe it'll come to me as we're talking. But it is true that there was all this friction.
Mhm.
Then there's a disappearance that happens, and there was almost everybody had motivation for these disappearances to occur. And then there was some people uh left and wrote an account. This one particular person did write an account of what happened, which differed from an account somebody else wrote about what happened. So you have these conflicting stories. Now, if we go by what we see in the movie, we're strongly inclined to want to believe certain characters over others. But
Mhm.
don't know because it's an unsolved mystery. So, but yeah, the Baroness, the way she's presented seems pretty accurate according to the documentary that I saw. And something that was interesting was to find out also about the what happened after, because they do have a little thing at the end of the movie telling. It surprised the heck out of me to find out some of this information. It was pretty interesting. I also thought it was interesting that when Ritter and Dora left Germany to go to the island, yeah, he did pull out all his teeth,
Mhm.
to toughen his gums up. That was just, and it took me a bit to realize when I was watching Jude Law that he had no teeth. Like it was just supposed to be gums. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They
Yeah.
did talk about him pulling his teeth out. Oh, that was disturbing. Oh, another thing. This is what I was going to say. So in the movie, you see there's this very odd sort of relationship with him and Dory.
Mhm.
Whatever her name is. It's
Dora.
spelled Dore, but I think
It's
they call her
D-O-R-E, but
Dora.
they call it Dora.
Dora.
It's pronounced Dora, yeah. Even though
So
it's yeah.
I don't remember if they mentioned this in the movie, but they both had been married to other people. They left their respective spouses, ran off to this island.
Mm.
Well, in the movie, it shows them as still kind of pretty much a couple, and towards up until almost the very very end.
Mhm.
Then you saw how things fractured and everything. In the documentary that I saw, it sounded like things started fracturing between them pretty early on. So I
Mm.
don't know how cozy they really were by the time the other people came along. Not sure. But some of the issues that I had with this movie were things like, there's the scene where she and Jude Law are having their little confrontation with each other. They start to mess around, and he pulls her tooth out. I thought that scene was really stupid. I just thought I didn't like that scene at all. I was like, this is really dumb. Also, sometimes it felt like there were these weird narrative flows where
Mhm.
people would behave a certain way, then in the next scene they seemed to be acting completely different than how they had just acted. And I don't know, it was strange. This didn't feel like a Ron Howard movie to me. I don't know. I had some problems with the way the story was told. And I truly feel like I would have enjoyed just watching a documentary about it instead.
Hmm.
Not that I outright hated this film,
Oh, no.
because it's a pretty interesting depiction of what really happened. And this is a wild story, you guys. Like
It is.
seriously wild. And hi Basco, how are you doing?
That's good
Um
scenario. Good to see you.
it it's I had this weird mix of emotions. So Jude Law and his girl, they're
Mhm.
there. Then the what was it the Whitmers or the Witters? The Vitters or whatever. Sydney Sweeney and her husband. Then they come along,
Mhm.
and then that's when Jude Law, in the movie anyway, like things start to fall apart for him because he does not like the idea of sharing anything. And then here comes the Baroness, and things get even worse because she
Yeah.
is so conniving. She is very clearly presented as the villain in this story. She is terrible. Like she is really, really bad. And you hate her intensely. I did anyway. And it's so interesting by the time it ended up and you see how almost like the tables turned in a way with some of the characters,
Mhm.
like ones that ended up everything ended up working for them in the end and what happened afterward. I thought that was fascinating. I'm trying not to spoil it in case you guys want to see it.
Yeah. I want to stay away from spoilers on this one
Yeah.
too. I like this movie quite a bit. Does it
Okay.
have issues? Yes.
It's got some feels like some pacing issues too, and it feels like there was a
It
lot of
does.
repetitive stuff
Um,
happening. Like I didn't feel like we needed the repeated scenes of stuff demonstrating to us just how toxic the Baroness was. We knew this
yeah. Um,
already.
there is a point in the movie where I was just like, okay, we know what she's going to do. Can we skip ahead?
And the men around her were so stupid.
Yeah, incredibly stupid.
Good lord.
Which is why when she tries her whole feminine wiles on Hancock, Richard Roxburgh,
Mhm.
and he doesn't go
That
for
was
it.
a funny scene.
And I
People
was
were
like,
laughing.
yes, thank
People
you.
were laughing.
Finally, someone who doesn't fall for it. Um, and that was actually the scene that kind of turned the movie around for me a bit because I was honestly I was starting to get a little bored.
Yeah, it's long.
and then
It's 2 hours and something.
it's well here's the thing that's interesting. It's the exact length as Weapons. They're both 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Okay.
Weapons felt well paced and it doesn't feel like it's as long as it is. This one I was starting to feel the time a little.
Yeah, same. Agree. Agree.
Yeah. Which is not to say again that I think the movie is bad. I don't think it is.
No.
I think it's one of the better movies this year.
It's not bad. I'm just not it's not gonna make any of my top lists.
Um,
But I do think it's worth watching
I'll
for
see.
a dramatization of the true events. Just bear in
Right.
mind that some stuff has been sensationalized, like the birth scene, sensationalized.
Yeah, and Sydney Sweeney and birth scenes
Someone mentioned that in the Regal thing.
between between this and Immaculate.
I think she's got a lot of practice now for whenever she becomes a mother, if ever it happens, she might know what to expect, or maybe she'll be a little bit surprised that it's not quite as dramatic as that.
There's always
Also,
some
in movies and TV shows, they always show like all of a sudden the labor's like, oh, no, it doesn't work that way, y'all. That's such a pile of crock.
although, and hello to both the bird woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary, and of
Hey,
course
Connie.
the voice of Northern Oklahoma, Curtis Selby. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, Curtis. Yeah, I loved Weapons
And of
too,
course,
Curtis.
FKHG 2005, and we know our son's mine. So we're moving on.
There are there's none of that from her in this movie. So you guys might be disappointed.
Well,
Not really.
briefly.
Well, when she's nursing. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. That's not a sexual thing
There,
though. So
no, but because when it's done at that little bit at the end, that's almost like an act of defiance. That's like
well, yeah,
I
so
have to
she
say
had
to my kid, F off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I like that scene. I thought that was
Yeah.
really good. And I also like that by the time the movie is done, you realize that this woman, she may be very kind-hearted and peaceable and she wants things to be okay, but she is no dummy.
No.
So I really liked how that worked out in the end.
When by the time they get to the third act, she has everybody's number.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I look, I know all the shit you're gonna pull. I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna say. You think you're gonna fool me, you can't.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, she figured out what might end up listen to me and my grandma. She figured out what might possibly happen before it even occurred to me, as far as the potential trouble that someone might get into. I didn't see that might be a thing that would happen. Now, whether that was a thing that occurred that way in real life, I do not know. But I'm gonna watch the that full length documentary. Yeah,
Sure.
it's thriller. There's definitely parts of it that's thriller. It's not that way constantly, Enigma, but you do have a sense of dread because um, you know that something bad is going to go down. I mean, I knew that going into it because I knew that it was based on true events that happened and there was a disappearance that occurred and they don't know the answer. So I knew
Hmm.
we were going to see some
Yeah,
bad stuff go down.
you know,
It's
going
foreboding.
in, everybody is not walking away, and they don't.
No.
So, yeah, and in some very surprising, somewhat gruesome ways, and you may also be surprised by the order in which
Yes.
certain people get taken out in this,
Yeah.
because I know I was. Um, what's the movie? Eden.
Based on a true story
Based
directed
on
by
a true
Ron
story.
Howard.
Yeah, uh,
If
that
you
comes out on the 22nd.
Yeah. If you don't want to know anything about anything, then don't watch any sort of little documentary about it because there's plenty of stuff on YouTube. Um, so I'm kind of glad that I didn't know anything because obviously I had no idea what was going to happen in the end. But after the movie was done, I was starting to get super curious about the real events. So it's been an interesting journey.
I did see Tune the News in the chat. I'm scrolling up. I can't find you, but I know that you're there. So welcome, Tune the News. So yeah, interesting film. Like I said, I went into this movie virtually blind because the teaser that I saw doesn't give anything away,
Mm.
which I give it credit for. You know just enough to know that Fizzle's going to hit Fizzle, but that's it. Is this the Sweeney bombed? Has she been a movie that's a big
No,
hit?
no, it's the movie
Uh,
that didn't do well was Americana. That
uh,
underperformed this
yeah.
weekend, but Americana is actually pretty good, you guys. So
Mm,
I would try to watch it at some point if you can.
yeah. Yeah. This movie isn't out wide until the 22nd, Tim. So we'll have to see. But I do think that it's going to be word of mouth that I think will make it or break it. Most of the reviews that I've seen, which, like I said, are on Letterboxd, and a lot of them are from TIFF and Fantastic Fest, but they seem to be mostly good.
Yeah, but it doesn't have super
So
high did you check Rotten Tomatoes? I was a little surprised.
I don't look at that.
I
I don't look
always
at
I look at that and IMDb and Letterboxd and Critic List. And I was a little surprised at um the reception that it got. It's in the rotten territory. Just kind
It
of
shouldn't be.
odd to me. I
I
don't
don't
think it's
think it's
I don't think it's rotten. I I
no.
I don't think it's rotten. I did have issues with it, but I definitely don't think it's worth being in the 58% territory.
No, it's a way better movie than um like I said, my main issue with it was some of the pacing. But the point but like I said, right after that is when there is a point where this movie goes from like 0 to 60 and doesn't quit. But it takes a while for it to get there. Now,
Yeah.
I have heard some reviews that suggest that the movie could have stopped at a certain point, but then it goes on for
It went on
essentially
longer than I expected
um because there's a point where
after a certain event.
there's a point where you think it's going to end, or that you're close to the end,
Yeah.
but there's more, because in real life there was an aftermath to that event.
Yeah.
And the whole Lord of the Flies thing's not quite done yet.
No.
And there's still, and even after this event happens, people are still plotting. And it like I said, it is not over yet with these people.
Nope.
And there's kind of a round two, let's put it that way. And more people don't walk away from that. So
Yep.
it's right when you think, okay, we're nearing the end. Oh no, this is just the beginning, son. And it's an interesting film, and the fact that if it was just like some 90s era pot boiler, I would have just said, okay, it's fine. Finding out this was a true story, that kind of, to me, kind of elevated it, because it's like, it's kind of like, because as wild as this story gets, this was true.
Finding out that much of it was true, that has helped me appreciate it more than I think I felt when it was done. Hey Sashi, how you doing? We're talking about Eden, which was the movie last night, based on a true story. Deleted and I had never heard of this true story before. It was pretty crazy. So, did you disappear, Deleted?
No, I just had to make an adjustment back.
Oh, okay. I was like, did your internet die and I didn't know it? Okay.
No, I'm good. All right. Let's see. Speaking of which, I deleted some small memories of the bad internet. I do still miss randomly disappearing.
Yeah,
you
did freeze a little bit earlier. You froze and went a little robotic. Well, you're back.
You actually did as well. So.
Oh, then that might be a StreamYard thing.
Yeah. Sims Research says, why she's able to rank movies more easily than we do. The Wednesday night movie judgments with Shambu Theater. I'm thankful they've not kicked me out yet. Yeah, I'll have to stop by Sound Booth Theater one night, and Wednesday's kind of a iffy night with me sometimes, but I'll have to get over there. And
we only do the cinema on the second Wednesday of every month, and when we're on season, because right now we're off season. When we're off season, we always do the cinema no matter what. But when we're on season, a lot of times other Wednesday nights, they're doing something else, like some sort of variety show or interview with an author or something. But yeah, second Wednesday is always pretty much always the cinema, unless some scheduling issues happen. And this one coming up, we're going to be reviewing 4 movies this time, and we're going to have another person joining us. I feel like I'm going to need to set a timer for that one. We'll never shut up. if I don't.
Lord of the Flies, so Eden is not paradise.
No, you learned that early on. Yeah, you might, Sashi.
It seems to
be.
Maybe. The reference. Yes, hello, our man in the future. From the future, Sashi.
Sashi, had you ever heard of this story? Because some people in the chat have indicated that they did know about it. I'm just curious if you did.
Okay. To reference Sashi here, I don't know if you can see it in that way yet.
Hold on, I'll check.
My advice, I would actually say this is worth going to the theaters to see it.
Might not come to the big screen for him. Don't know.
Oh, okay.
In his area, yeah.
Yeah, that might be a thing. Yeah.
Yes, Sashi, it is.
Okay. I'm not
It
familiar
is.
with that one, Enigma.
Yeah. I checked another place. Looks like it is.
We do not condone.
I'm not saying a thing.
Arg ye mateys.
I
Wink,
was just
wink,
confirming
touch,
whether it
know
was
what I
available.
mean. But I do understand, people wanting to see newer movies and not necessarily, and might be in a situation where, they can't, for whatever reason, leave the house, or,
Well,
maybe there's other things going on in certain parts of the world where
yeah.
maybe you
So,
can't travel out. You got to do what you got
well,
to do.
like in Sashi's case, it seems to me, from what I understand, it seems a little limited as to what they get. There was a recent movie that he told me was in his area. It might have been Weapons, um, but they don't always get what we do. Sometimes never comes to the big screen there. So, you know,
Welcome. New name, Eugene Johnson. Good to see you, sir. So I would
hey, Eugene.
check it out on the 21st. But I'm already watching Black Swan on IMAX. Oh, are they re-releasing that? Right on.
Yes, they are.
Good film, I thought. Full Contact Tchaikovsky. Give me more of that. Yeah. And Honey Don't. Okay. Cool.
I'm going to go see Weapons on the 21st again for the third time with my brother and my nephews.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. The more I think about it, the more it goes up.
Yeah, really like that one. It's on my top 10 already.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say it's going to be on mine.
Yeah.
As well. So, let's see. I'll be honest, in South America, to gouge you on the prices, they have so many pirated DVDs on the street, you get used to it. I've heard that. Yeah. Look, we're not going to beat around the bush. We know pirated DVDs are out there. I was even given one at one point.
You were?
I was given one, and yeah, you could tell it was a not ready for prime time version of that particular film.
Oh, it was that type. Okay, I personally prefer
where exactly did you get this?
I prefer the official outlets, but I'm fully aware of what's out there.
And well, I did see the work print version of Minecraft.
I saw the work print version of Rob Zombie's Halloween, the one with a totally different ending than what happened in the theatrical version.
Oh,
years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is an interesting film. Check out the movie and then look into the real life story.
Real life events. Oof, you guys. And the final stuff, the final wrap up information, I just was like, wow, okay.
It's that could have almost been a movie in and of itself.
That was very interesting to me.
I could almost see the movie starting there and then just having it be
flashbacks,
a flashback, which I'm kind of glad they didn't go that route, because I'm kind of getting tired of like having these long setups for movies and then like 3 days earlier, and I'm like,
yeah, right.
So I'm kind of glad that they didn't do it.
They use a lot.
And yeah, I mean, it's an interesting film. We might be I'll go out on a limb here. We might be seeing this at Oscar time with a couple of these performances.
You think?
The one that I think could happen, and one that I would very much like to see happen. I'll put it that way.
Tell us. What do you
I
think?
honestly, I would like to see Sydney Sweeney get a supporting actress nomination for this.
I
I
would as
think
well. She was very good
um,
in here.
uh, I think Ana de Armas is a possible.
She was very good in here.
Even
She was,
like I said,
yeah.
her character comes off very over the top and cartoony, but when you as the film goes deeper into her character and you find out some things about her, you understand why she's like that. And it kind of, oh, okay, this is like a whole other level thing going on. So,
And it's not something that necessarily excuses her bad behavior. It just
no,
gives her, it just gives you a little bit more understanding as to
yeah,
why she is so
as to how
toxic.
she ended up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
I got
doesn't,
so tired of hearing her talk deleted. I just wanted to just reach through that screen and, oh, I really intensely dislike this one.
there was a point and says, remember when she was a hologram? That was fun.
Oh, you mean like in Blade Runner?
Because it's like, why do I like her better when she's essentially playing something that doesn't exist against when
Well,
she's
I
playing
like her.
a whole human being?
I like her better when she's playing a good person. Obviously, I guess it's that I don't know if it's that she, because there's some people that are just really really bad in movies and they don't play it
Yeah.
well. Like they're playing bad characters, but they don't really get under your skin like she did. She really got under my skin, and I think part of it is just because of how conniving she was and how easily she was able to manipulate the men under her
Mhm.
control. They were just they were retarded, y'all.
Yeah.
They really were. Oh my gosh. Well, one of them was just really bad too, but the other guy, he
You know,
was
because you have the one guy who's kind of an evil bastard to begin with.
yeah, he was
And
bad. The other
then
guy,
and then you got the other
spineless
guy
little.
who, yeah, he's just he is so easily swayed.
And that part was also
And
accurate. He really
yeah,
did run to the family and spend time with them because of how mistreated he was
mhm,
when he was with the Baroness. That was also something that was accurate. And the Sydney Sweeney's the character she plays, I think in real life she was probably a little bit more impatient or agitated with him than it showed in the movie because she
mhm.
felt he was weak. In real life she felt like he was just weak. Oh, thank you, FK. That's
Okay.
Tim. I've now
I
learned that FK
Yeah,
is Tim.
there it is.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Let me scroll up because I think we might have missed somebody walking in here. I thought I saw Andrea Black in the chat.
Oh, and
Yes, I
yours?
did. Welcome to Andrea Black. Good to see you. Movie we're talking about is Eden. True life, true crime thriller. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Takes place in starts out in 1929, but the bulk of the action takes place in
Early 30s.
1933.
Yeah.
So yeah, which is another thing that the teaser didn't give away, which I thought was
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I haven't seen the teaser, so I don't know.
Yeah. Which I applaud it because so many trailers give so much of the film away, and everything I've seen on this so far gives away none of the film. In fact, in that teaser, I think it's all from like the first 10 minutes of the movie, 10-15 minutes.
Oh, really? They don't show any of the drama stuff?
I don't think it does.
It doesn't show Ana de Armas?
I mean, it shows her, but it doesn't go into, well, okay, who is she? It doesn't go into into any of that. It's like a very quick flash of, hey, all these stars, they're on an island, shit goes down. That's pretty much all you know. You know, and but it doesn't give away when, where, who, didn't even say it was a true story. None of that. So I went into this thing pretty much blind, folks, which I think is probably the best way to do it. Either that, or there's just no marketing for this thing, which is probably also true.
Well, it's just kind of interesting that that would be the case, especially given the fact that this is a Ron Howard film.
Yeah, and very unlike his previous films too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like a Ron Howard film.
No, but that in a good way though, because it kind of, this is the Ron Howard that did this is the Ron Howard that made Ransom, folks. It's that Ron Howard. It's that in your face, you know, F you, we're ready for anything. That's the Ron Howard that directed this movie. Backdraft, Ron Howard directed this movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did that.
Yeah. So
sorry,
yeah,
giving my baby girl water.
It's interesting. It doesn't feel like a Ron Howard movie because it doesn't fall back on some of the tropes that you can find within his films. You know, you are on this island with these people, you know, and it's not a place you want to be. You know, no, Ron.
They were desperate though. You know, this was this was in the years leading up to World War II, and I feel like they could, well, especially the family.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he could kind of tell where things were headed, and they just wanted to get out. You know, because one of the things that the film explains is that Daniel Bruhl's character, Franz Whitmer, he was in the First World War. Yes.
And he is obviously still dealing with that. You know, when he gets to the point in the film where he has to pick up a rifle, that's difficult for him. And you can tell. And they don't even really say anything either. You can just, the way that Daniel Bruhl plays it is very, very much, he's obviously keeping this, you know, all inside, because he really doesn't discuss his wartime experiences, very little, if at all. But when you see him hesitate before he picks up the rifle, okay, that's when you get it. This is, I've been here before. I've seen what it looks like, and I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah, but there were
forced
things.
Into this. I am now forced into this situation where I have to act, and you know, it's like he and they say it in the movie. There's a point where he's kind of forced to choose a side.
Yeah,
and he, for better or worse, makes that choice. So yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot going on under the surface of this movie too, and that's one of the things that I like about. I like this movie quite a bit.
There's our time.
There we go. And yeah, you know, there's pacing issues. That's really my chief problem with it, is if they could have found a way to shorten this up by maybe 10 minutes.
Agree.
10 minutes.
Agree.
I think it would have been, I don't think it really would have hurt the movie any.
No, because some stuff was repetitive already. With the Baroness, just repetitive stuff. Some repetitive stuff going on with Ritter and Dora's character.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Meteorade. Outstanding. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Midnight Sets After Dark. Tom Connors,
oh,
thank you, sir. Right on.
right as we're finishing up.
Well, we can go on a few minutes. We got a few minutes. We have Delu, who has joined us. Thank you, sir. John Evan, Retro Guy Bear. Hello, everybody. Thank you. I was wondering how we got that jump. We have over 100 people watching right now.
Oh, wow.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Okay. Yeah, they all came
Okay.
on your end. I mean, I have a decent handful watching on mine,
All
but
right.
I didn't get a raid. So y'all who just
Yes,
came
you
in,
do.
we were talking about Eden. That was the mystery movie last night. It's a Tom Howard. Oh my gosh. It's a Ron Howard film based on a true story. And the true story is crazy wild. And most of what is depicted in here is part of the true story. There are some embellishments, not much though, really.
Mhm.
Not much. So it's if you like true crime sort of thing, if you like true crime sort of, mystery thriller-ish things, because the story of this is still unsolved. So Ron Howard shows, I guess, his or whoever actually wrote the screenplay, their interpretation of maybe
He
what happened.
he was one of the writers on it.
Was he? Okay. Yeah, it's an interesting story. I had never heard of this true story, but now it's really on my brain a lot, and I'm in the middle of watching a 2-hour documentary about it. I will try to remember to come back and post links to the documentaries that I
Oh,
found in the description. No, maybe I'll pin it to the in the comments, so it'll be one of the top comments.
okay. Yeah, we'll put it in the comments, folks. There's a short like 15-minute documentary that
I can post.
updated,
Yeah.
and there's also a 2-hour documentary as well.
Mhm.
So
I can post those right now, but I'll also go and post it later in the comments. So the 14-minute and 45-second documentary is this one. It's just a little quick you know, kind of summarization. And the full length documentary that I found today is 2 hours. It's got Ritter's I think his great nephew or something
mhm.
in that longer one. So there's those if you guys are interested. And right. Yeah, it was well, a lot of people have definitely done some crazy ass stuff, and there was a lot of crazy ass stuff going on in this movie.
Definitely.
Lord have mercy. Whew.
Oh yeah. Even the so-called intellectuals
Yeah.
get into shit in this movie, and
Yep.
kind of cause a lot of it too, to be honest. Yeah. So it's a wild film, guys, and it's one of the, I don't know if it's going to end up on my best list at the end of the year. It is certainly going to be in my honorable mentions, I think. Failing that. And let's see, there were some more people who had joined us in the chat. Phoenix Knight 08, good to see you. It's been a while. All right. Ascend, do you think Fubar could find a way to make a spin-off of this?
Let's not talk about Fubar. Why are you doing this, Enigma?
He's doing it to mess with you.
Oh my gosh.
You know he is.
That stupid ass show. I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to remember that it exists.
All right. So
oh, and it's not been renewed, you guys. Here I'm talking about Fubar again. It is not renewed for season 3. Thank goodness. Okay. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
How does this compare to Boneyard? Two totally different movies, Curtis. Come on. Well, okay. Boneyard is also supposed to be based on a true story. You couldn't tell from that movie, but okay.
I don't think I
Um,
saw that one.
you didn't miss anything.
I always.
It's a VOD movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
where
definitely didn't.
everybody is miscast. Mel Gibson
Yeah.
was good though.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I am. Yeah, I like this movie. Like I said, my biggest complaint is they could have taken 15 minutes off of it, and I don't think it would
Yes.
have hurt. The wild parts, it seems, are true. Some embellishments, okay,
Mhm.
understood. For
Birth
drama
scene is a
purposes,
definite embellishment.
makes
Just
sense.
so you know, Ritter did help
Um,
with the birth in
every
the real life.
everybody is very good here. Sydney Sweeney, I think, performance-wise, this is the best thing I've seen her do. Period.
Yes, she was.
She's Oscar
Yeah,
level in this, I think.
she was
Um,
very good.
Ana de Armas very good. Everybody was pretty good here, even in the supporting roles. So I think we're both recommending this.
Yeah, I would recommend it for sure,
Yeah.
especially if you like true crime stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely want to. Oh, thank you, Enigma. I definitely want to look more into the story and kind of carve out some time and
To watch that
watch the
documentary.
documentary that's out there, because this was what happened was a bone of contention between the survivors for many years after. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's so
Two
even
of
when you,
them writing competing stories.
yes,
Books, not stories, books.
books, yeah. So when the events of this movie were over, they were not over by a long shot.
Mm-mm.
So
I feel like Ron Howard has picked what he feels is the most accurate version. Well, who knows?
based on what I, granted very little I know so far, what's in based on only on what I personally know so far, folks. This is what, let me qualify that. What you see in the movie is probably what happened. But seeing how devious these people were during the course of the movie, one of y'all bitches is lying. One or
No,
the other.
in all honesty, the truly good people are it's the family.
Yeah.
Because they just wanna live their life and they
Yeah.
just wanna be left alone. They don't really cause or stir up problems. Um, that's the definite impression I get, that they were the good guys in this story.
Indeed.
That's the feeling I've gotten also from the little bit that I've watched of the real life events, but I'm hoping that full on documentary, that 2-hour one, will go a little bit deeper, but it definitely does give you the impression just by hearing what Ritter's grandnephew or something, or nephew or grandnephew said. Yeah, he wasn't that great. And that's one of his own family members. So
Yeah. And hello to you, G. I did see you in the chat. Tim says Germans are not an angry group of people, but when they are angry, look out. And that's for sure.
These are a bunch of Germans on the island, yeah. And the
Yeah.
Baroness, I think, was Austrian, so it's close.
Oh, well,
yeah, she was Austrian.
I was kind of having trouble kind of pinning down exactly where she was.
Well, I wasn't sure
And
at first either, because I thought maybe she was playing someone who speaks Spanish like she does in real life, but
yeah,
the dialect that she was using did not sound like a Spanish speaking person. So then later, in the little thing that I was listening to today, it was saying that she was Austrian. Pretty sure she was Austrian.
yeah.
So pretty close,
Yeah. Came in hot and missed all the context. Well, this is going to be up on both of our channels. We are simulcasting this, so check us out. Hit the like, say hello in the comments and all that good stuff. And Eden, go see the movie. We are recommending seeing the film. Yeah, I think it's one of the better movies this year. One real quick from Carl: if you like true crime, look into the Clydeck.
Yeah, I
murders.
was trying. I unless it's something I have heard on one of the true crime podcasts.
Okay.
Oh, in Wales. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I've heard of this.
Keep that in mind. All right. Yes, Eden. Ron Howard film. Jude Law, Vanessa Kirby, Daniel Bruhl, Sydney Sweeney, Ana de Armas, and a few other familiar faces in the supporting cast. So, yeah, check it out. All right. Well, we do have to wrap it up because in 15 minutes is my next program live from Sparkwood in 21. It is a retrospective series of the Twin Peaks television series from the 90s. It's spin-off from 2017, the third season, and the films of David Lynch in general. And we're now getting into television shows and films that were inspired by Twin Peaks. So we're going to be discussing an episode of Northern Exposure called Russian Flu, I think, something like that, or Russian Elk, something like that. I haven't seen the episode. I don't recall it. I haven't seen an episode of Northern Exposure since the show was originally on.
Forever.
So we're talking like, what, upwards of 30 some odd years? Yeah.
Been a while. Yeah.
Been a while. Yeah. So, join me there. That'll be at 8:30, right after I leave here. Sin, what do you have coming up?
What do I'm going to be on Nadia's channel to talk about the last 2 episodes of The Institute. That's the immediate live stream for this week, and then on Sunday I'm going to be on Los Cinematicos talking about our favorites and worst for the year. And I haven't filmed a review for this or for highest to lowest. Don't know yet if I will. We'll see. So at the moment I don't have any reviews upcoming.
Okay. Well, I did recently see Nobody 2, so I have to get to that. I have a couple of other reviews coming up here, hopefully within a week or so. And let's see, what's the big movie this week? Do you
that's coming out?
I know there's something.
You know, I don't even have a.
Trying to remember.
I don't even have a ticket for anything coming up new this week. I mean, Weapons, but I don't have. If whatever's coming out, it's not something I'm planning to go see for some reason. I don't think I've got anything scheduled for Saturday. My brother's coming into town, so there's, gonna go see Weapons. I don't know what's supposed to be coming out this week, to be honest. I've lost track.
Let me look real quick.
Enigma, the Los Cinematicos it's a show that airs on the Latino Slants channel. And I don't know yet what time it's supposed to be. So we'll see. Oh, you're going to see Nija 2? I've heard of that recently. I'd not heard of that before. Relay, Rachel Relay was our mystery movie last week.
Yeah.
Wait. Which one are you talking about? The Amazing Beard Brother? Which book writer? What?
You gotta help me.
Are you talking about Anthony A. Perez? He's got a beard, but I don't know if I don't know what you're talking about, Enigma. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Rachel. These are the movies coming out. Okay, so I'm not planning to see Honey Don't. I've already seen Eden, and I've already seen Relay. So that might explain why I
Okay.
didn't
So,
plan.
yeah, Honey Don't, Nisa 2, and Primitive War, which is the Fathom
It's a
event.
Fathom event, yeah.
Yeah, as it turns out, because that was my first guess for the mystery movie. But
And I
yeah,
was like, "Nah, I don't think so. That's a Fathom event.
I
I
didn't
really
know it
doubt
was a
it."
Fathom event. So, and then of course September 12th, it's Spinal Tap 2. So I'm looking
I
forward to
saw the
that.
trailer for that. It looks funny. I've never seen the first This is Spinal Tap. I've never seen that, but I didn't realize it's kind of comedic, like a
The
comedic
end
documentary.
continues, they call it.
Yeah, the end continues.
Yeah.
Sashi, it's funny you would say Sasquatch brother because the brother that Enigma is talking about, he's the writer. He's the author of this was his first book. And my other brother, who's the artist, who's really big bodybuilder, he is super into Sasquatch. It's so funny. He's even got a thing on the back of his truck. Oh, you did. Oh, the book, right, Rachel? The book. I got offered the potential
Oh,
to see the screener for that, and I have put in a request for it, but I don't know when it's gonna be made available.
I'm I that's also on the 12th, I believe. I'm looking
The book,
forward
okay.
to that. I read the book in high school as
Oh, it's that old.
the Bachman book. It's that old.
Oh, it was
It's one
Bachman.
of his
Okay.
very first books. It was the Bachman.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I read this 4-book set, 4-in-1 book set called the Bachman books, and that was Rage, The Long Walk, Road
Running
Work,
Man?
and The Running Man.
Mm.
And Thinner was separate because that was a little later on. But and then that's when he got found out that Bachman and Stephen King were one of the same. So yeah,
Well, by the time I read The Running Man, I knew Bachman was king, and that was in the '80s. That
Hmm.
was after I read the book after the movie came out, and I remember being surprised at how different the ending was.
Oh, it's very different.
I wonder if this upcoming movie is gonna be more true to the book.
From what I've seen so far, yeah,
Okay.
it's about as close as you can get. But I'm looking forward to it because I definitely have some favorite parts from that book that I want to see if it makes it to the film. So yeah, I actually am. I have my misgivings when it comes to Stephen King. I am not his biggest fan, um, but he also wrote the novella Life of Chuck came from, and that's my favorite movie so far. So
So good. Such a good
yeah,
movie.
so we'll see how this turns out. I when I first read The Long Walk way back when, I thought that in the right hands it would make a good movie. So
Okay.
we'll see. Yeah, the book is always better Enigma, but you can dream. All right, so we are going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you to Tim for his super chat. I want to thank Tom Connors and everyone over at Mead for the raid. Much appreciated. Thank you, sir. And of course, thank everybody who is here in the chat, everyone who is following along with us on X. Sin, do you have any last words before we wrap it up?
No, nothing new besides what I already mentioned.
Cool. All right. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy because this is how we win.
Bye.